Today I will be covering some of the work of Gordon Parks, who was a Black American photographer who focused his work on capturing the emotions of many African Americans during the Civil Rights Movement. Parks' story is a unique one and can be inspiring to beginner photographers, as his hard work and dedication allowed him to learn how to take quality photographs despite having no prior experience with cameras. Gordon Parks lived from 1912 to 2006, so it's safe to say he experienced many pivotal movements in America's history in his 94 years of life, and he was able to capture a lot of the emotions and events during this time with his work. This photo Parks had taken in 1947 for the Ebony magazine shows a young black boy choosing the white baby as the good one during what they called back then the doll test. This image falls under the ethnically evaluative category as Parks shows what effects racism and segregation has had on the youth. Young black children believed whites are superior because of the divide between whites and blacks at the time. And that's something that speaks volumes in today's society. This photograph of the famous Malcolm X in Chicago, 1963, captures his calm demeanor despite being mid-protest. Parks' shot shows him with a half grin and holding a Muslim newspaper that headlines an incident where 7 black men were shot dead by the police. Parks was able to tell what was going on during the movement at the time through this photo without having to say it. A good photograph should be able to tell a story in their work. Parks did a photo shoot of the Fontanelli family in 1967 to show the hardships and poverty of black families back then. You can see how tired the kids and mother are by looking at their faces and body language. The lighting and the setting of being in a white man's office makes the overall mood depressing. Parks himself grew up in poverty, so he was able to relate to this family, and his work makes the viewer imagine the hardships living in poverty must be like. Parks is a very skilled photographer, and he was able to do a lot of big-time work in his career. However, he never limited himself to pictures. He also got into film and was actually pretty good at it. Today, his work can be seen on his website, exhibits, and his films can be watched. Overall, Parks' style seems to be portrait type of pictures because most of his work is him capturing a person's emotion and facial expressions so the viewer can interpret the event going on at that time.